lovely people, I'm Zoha and welcome to Zohainsight. I hope you all are doing great and are in best of your health. Today I'm gonna share two eye look tutorials by using newly launched in India, that is from Huda Beauty Wild Obsessions collection, and here is the Python palette. This is a gorgeous 9-pan eyeshadow palette. You can see the amazing packaging, very luxe, very dope packaging. This is comes with outer transparent packaging, and I'm not going to review this particular palette right now because I have three of them. They have launched in India, the Wild Chameleon and Wild Jaguar. Eye looks from this particular palette is up on my channel. Link you will get in I button and in description box, so don't forget to check. After posting eye looks from all three palettes, I'm going to review them properly, so it will be easy for you to decide which one you want to get your hands on. So a quick overview. This is how the packaging looks like. When you shift the palette a little bit, when you tilt it a little bit, you will be able to see a really nice lenticular design, lenticular print going on. That is animal print, python print, and inside is this gorgeous color story. Firstly, let me tell you the best part about this color story. Not only this palette is having some gorgeous funky colors to play around, but also you're getting these three gorgeous neutral shades just to, maintain the look as per you like. Or if you want to just play with nude shades, you have it there in the palette. So in that way, it's really great to create everyday wear look as well. And of course, these gorgeous green and this lime green and teal shades are something I'm very excited to try. So I'll be creating two eye looks with these shades by using these shades. So first is going to be very funky, and all the greens and blues I'm going to use to create the eye look on the right eye, and will create a very nice wearable, like a soft glam makeup look will create on this particular eye, that is a left eye. One is going to be absolute soft glam and one is going to be very, very funky. And here you can see three gorgeous shimmery shades and 5 mattes, beautiful. And this particular one is slightly different. This is a 3D multi-reflective shade, and this one is having a really nice animal emboss going on in the pan. This is a python emboss in all three palettes that are launched in India. The chameleon, python and jaguar, all three of them are having this shade, and also the tiger that they didn't launch in India, that one is also having the same shade, like the same print, not the same shade. So yeah, gonna play with this palette right now. All the products that I'm using in this video will be mentioned in description box along with the purchase links. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, my lovely people, I did my base makeup already, plus my eyebrows as well. So all the products that I've used to do that will be mentioned in description box, so don't forget to check. And now let's go ahead and play with Huda Beauty Wild Python palette. I'm very excited to try this. So all the greens and blues I'm going to use on the right side of my eye. And for that, firstly, I'm going to take first a shade that is very speaking to me. It's very gravitating to me. So I'm going to use this shade right now, which is a beautiful lime green. So this shade is quite a lot pigmented, you can see. And the brush that I'm using is from Gub. This is very inexpensive eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to place it right here on the inner half of my eyelid. Gonna intensify the pigment, gonna intensify the opacity till I like. Now I think this much is perfect, and this is looking great as a base eyeshadow right now. Now the next shade that I'm going to use is this gorgeous teal shade. To use this shade, I'm gonna use the Body Shop eyeshadow brush. This is a really nice flat brush. Again, very pigmented. I'm just gonna pack this shade really nicely on the outer half of my eyelid. I'm really liking that how beautifully these shades are working on their own and are not getting merged in each other, because sometimes these kind of shades do give a lot of patchiness, a lot of fallout, and they get merged with each other. The pigment get merged with each other very quickly and easily, and this is not doing that, and I'm loving it so far. Here I'm just gonna lift it a little bit. Just packing the eyeshadow right now will blend in a while, definitely. I'm just taking this bit fluffy eyeshadow blending brush and gonna mix those two lime and teal shade a little bit, one by one, very slight bit, and gonna just diffuse the shade right here on the center to diminish the harshness a little bit. And also going to buff it above the crease area to soften the harshness. Now after doing that, I'm gonna take this gorgeous sand shade having slight bit of warm peach undertone in it, very little bit I'm gonna take. I'm just going to place it slightly above the crease for a slight bit of transition. Not too much, very slight bit, just to give that transition effect. You saw that? Now again, I'll be applying the lime shade a little bit. Then next, I'm going to apply the teal shade. Just going to intensify the pigment a little bit, nothing very harsh. That's it. Now it's time to play with all the gorgeous shimmery shades. So firstly, I'm going to take this super beautiful green shade and will pop this on, especially on the inner portion of my eyelid. Trying to be a bit precise, especially on the inner corner, just to maintain the shape. It's quite important. I'm dragging it a little bit on the center of eyelid, and you saw how beautifully that lime shade performed as a base eyeshadow. Now I'm going to take this gorgeous shade, this emboss shade, 3D multi-reflective one. Gonna apply this on the center of my eyelid. Again, going in with that green to make it look a bit intense and merging into that 3D multi-reflective shade by topping one by one. Wow. Now the next shade I'm going to use is this slightly deeper blue. It looks like a gorgeous shimmery blue shade having a bit of purple glitters in it. Beautiful. It has a beautiful purple shift in it, so really nice green to purple, a really beautiful ombre effect you'll get. I'm gonna apply this on the outer portion of my eyelid, just like that. These shades are having a lot of beautiful glitter particles in it, so you'll experience a bit of fallout as well, so dusting it off. Now I'm gonna take that teal shade again and I'm gonna carve out that outer V and taking it a little bit towards the lower lash line on the outer side. Gonna intensify all the shades one by one again. Now I'm applying slight bit of teal shade on the outer half of my lower lash line, just like that. For the inner half, I'll be applying this lime shade. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing. Green on the inner portion, 3D reflective one on the center, and blue one on the outer half. Wow, that lift from matte shade is going to stay exactly the same as it is. And yeah, we're gonna apply a really beautiful eyeliner now. But before that, here is a quick tip for you. I'm gonna take a really nice loose powder. This is my current favorite, that is from Huda Beauty. This is Easy Bake Loose Powder and I'm in the shade Banana Bread. And also I'm gonna take this kind of dense brush. This is a very dense and quite a big concealer brush, but I like to use it for powder purpose. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of loose powder like that. Now the tip I'm gonna show you will work great to clear the fallout. So firstly, just buff the powder like so wherever you see bit of fallout, and then just swipe the brush across your face. And here you can see no fallout. So here was a quick tip for you. Now I'm gonna apply a really nice black eyeliner, and this is from Kiro. I'm not going crazy with the eyeliner. We'll be creating just a beautiful wing, and that will be it. Because I don't want to diminish or dim the look of eyeshadow. So don't want to give much attention to the eyeliner because I want my eyeshadows to pop. This eyeliner pen is really nice, having a beautiful long felt tip. Just like that, very precise and sharp wing. You can see it looks really nice. I'm gonna apply a little bit right here to add a bit of depth, just like that. Now here to complement the crease line, I'm just gonna take that nude shade and we'll just slightly buff right here for that a little bit of dimension on the lower lash line, just like that. Again, going in with those shimmery shades a little bit just to make the eye makeup pop. Again, gonna buff a little bit and taking away all the fallouts. Now again, to make my eye makeup appear very complementing with the transition shade and the liner, I'll be using this Nykaa Glamoreyes eye pencil in the shade 08 Bronze Beam. It's a beautiful chocolatey bronzy sort of eye definer. I'm gonna apply this on the lower rim. It has a beautiful satin finish because it contains slightly shimmer particles. I've shared about this in my recent favorites video as well. Like it's in October monthly favorites. You can watch my monthly favorite series for more of my top recommended products. Now you can see that my entire eye look is appearing really nice, very binded together, but still bit python-like. And we'll apply mascara after doing this eye look. And also I'll be using this Glow Obsessions Light Highlight Palette for the inner corner and face highlight. In previous video, in Chameleon Obsessions video, I have used these two shades. We'll try others in today's video. Let's move on to the left eye look. Now for the left eye, I'll be creating a very beautiful soft glam makeup look that you can slay anywhere you want, in any occasion, or with any lip color you can pair it up easily. So I'll be creating a really nice, more towards nude side kind of makeup look. So let's go. So firstly, I'm gonna take this biscuit, sort of a very nude color of this palette on this dense brush. The brushes mostly I'm using are from Pack Cosmetics. I bought 25 makeup brush set that I'm gonna link in description box, and no number is mentioned, so apologies for that. So I'll be placing it really nicely onto the outer portion of my eyelid and will blend it really well into the crease and slightly above the crease. You saw that beautiful depth that I'm adding onto the outer portion of my eyelid. It will really help to give a beautiful cut crease look, though I'm not going to use the concealer, but this will really help to give that beautiful cut crease sort of look. Let's show you in a while. Now to soften this a little bit, now to add a bit of brightness into this shade, I'll be using this coral pink shade a little bit on same brush. I'm gonna place it above that nude shade. I'm gonna blend it really well. You can see I'm taking it slightly towards the outer side to add a really nice lift on the outer portion of my eye. Now I'm gonna mix both the shades together one by one and gonna apply. You can see slight bit of a lift, but more depth is there on the outer portion of my eyelid in C shape. A really nice sheer touch of lift I'm giving to my eye look. Now I'm gonna take this kind of dense brush and I'm gonna take slight bit of that chocolatey brown shade. You can see on tip, dusting off the excess, very necessary, and gonna place it right here first. I'm gonna blend it with another brush, the previous brush. Again, gonna touch that onto the crease line a little bit right here. You saw that really nice depth onto the crease line and slightly on the outer portion of eyelid. I'm gonna soften this with another brush. Now to make it look even more soft on the outer edges, I'm gonna mix both the coral and nude shade a little bit and gonna buff on the outer edges just to soften the harshness. Did you saw that really nice ombre effect from the inner portion to the V? Yeah, it's really nice. Same thing I'm gonna do on the lower lash line. So firstly, I'm taking that brown shade and blending it really well on the outer portion of my lower lash line to add more definition and depth right there. I'm gonna flick it a little bit to give that lifted effect, because we are not going to apply the eyeliner here. Now I'll be taking a mix of those two shades, nude and bit coral. I'm gonna sweep across the entire lower lash line. Firstly, concentrating towards the inner side, like that. This adds a beautiful brightness and eye area looks very wide open. I'm gonna blend the brown shade really well. Definitely going to flick a little bit. Now it's time for that cut crease sort of part. It's not going to be the exact cut crease, like I'm not going to use the concealer. Instead, firstly, I'm gonna carve out a little bit of shape with the help of this kind of dense brush. I'm taking this lime green gold kind of shade on this brush. I'm gonna carve out the shape first. Like that. You saw, very easy cut crease. Yes. Now I'll be using my pinky finger to intensify the pigment. I'm gonna apply a little bit on the inner portion of my lower lash line just to give that extra bit of pop. Now to soften the harshness right here, although there is not much of harshness, but still we're gonna do. So I'll be mixing more of that nude shade with slight bit of brown shade. Now again going to build up that lime green shade. Now here I'm going to show you a little tip that will make your cut crease appear really nice. So I'm going to take this kind of very fine slanted brush, this small one. I'm going to take slight bit of that brown shade and just gonna carve out the shape right here. On the border, on the outer line of the shimmer shade. Now I'm mixing bit of nude as well, nude shade as well. Going to blend this harsh line a little bit. That's exactly the same thing I wanted. Just see that a little bit of depth is doing such a great job, and the cut crease is also looking very, very beautiful. Now for this eye, I'm not going to apply eyeliner. Instead, I'll be using this same Nykaa Glamoreyes eye pencil in the shade Bronze Beam and gonna apply it on the lower rim. And very slight bit, with very light hand, gonna flick a little bit right here. And with the same slanted brush, just gonna blend it out till no harshness left for that extra bit of depth. When you do these little tips, then only you'll be able to understand that how beautiful your eye makeup appears. Just have a look. Also applying this on the upper rim, basically tightlining the eyes. I can definitely see that there is not much fallout right here on the left eye. Very slight bit, not too much. The eye makeup is done. So I'm quickly gonna coat my lashes with Huda Beauty Legit Lashes Mascara, and I'll be using just to one side, that is curl and length side. And yes, one more thing, I'll be mostly concentrating towards the outer lashes just to make them really nice lifted, so that my eye makeup can look really nice, snatched and lifted and beautiful and everything of that sorts. So I'm gonna apply the curl and length side and be right back. Okay, so the mascara is done. You can see that more of volume towards the outer lashes. This just gives a beautiful lift to the eye look and looks very glam, and this gives a beautiful falsies kind of effect, you can just see. And also I applied this Nudestix bronzer just to give a really nice bronzy look to my cheeks. Very slight bit because eye makeup is already very glam, so very soft bronzy look. And also I've applied this MAC matte blush in Melba. Now it's time for a quick highlighter. So I'm not going to exactly highlight on the highest point, especially on my cheekbones. Rather, I've applied the Melba. So on top of that, I'm gonna use this blush shade a little bit and just gonna sweep over the cheek and cheekbone area to give that really nice baked blush look. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna take a very little amount. Not too much, not in your face kind of, but it's giving a beautiful pink glow. I'm gonna take a little more now. I'm using it as a blush topper plus slight bit of highlighter work also it will do. I'm just gonna top it up with the first shade, that is light, slight bit on the cheekbone area like that. Very slight bit, not too much. Ah, such a gorgeous flush of color. I'm keeping it very mellow, very toned down, not too much, not in your face kind of, because eye makeup should pop the most. So, if you can see, I think this particular shade will look great on its own over no makeup look, where you can just dust it over the tint, like the blush tint, cheek tint. Again, taking that light shade a little bit and dusting over the cheekbone area. Slightly on Cupid's bow and a little bit on chin. I'll be applying a mix of the shade light and medium on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm gonna intensify, dragging it a little upwards, intensifying a little more, and on the brow bone as well. Now it's time for lips. Kiro newly launched Lush Moist Matte Lipstick range. I have all the shades from this range that I reviewed and showed a beautiful swatches with that. So you can watch that video, link you will get in I button and in description box as well. Warm Nutmeg, which is a proper warm brown nude, but it's not too much. It's just a perfect warm brown nude for all skin tone beauties. Nykaa Beauty Lips Don't Lie lip liner in the shade Chocolate Boy. I'm just softening the harshness of that lip liner a little bit. I'm applying 07 Warm Nutmeg. Intensifying the shade and the Cupid's bow. So yeah, my lovely people, these are the beautiful eye looks that I created by using Huda Beauty Wild Python palette. Just love this palette so much. Has a bit of fallout, but I don't really mind because the eye looks that we are getting by using this particular palette how just beautiful. I'm in love with this palette. In fact, this entire range is just superb. Do watch my eye look tutorials with this Wild Chameleon palette, and in next video I'll share the eye look tutorials with this Wild Jaguar palette. I'm really very excited to try this one out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you found this video helpful, you enjoyed watching this video, then don't forget to like, share, comment your beautiful words and subscribe for more such videos. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye.